Thursday morning. What is it? August 27th, I believe. I'm in the bench workout. Today I'm doing with chains and for triples off a 1 3/4 inch board. Earlier in the week I went off the chest with a band. Creating different stimulus here, guys. This is going to create some load. The advantage of using the chains is adding the load, but it also cuts down on the weight I need to throw on the bar for shear onto my shoulders and my elbows, that sort of thing. Let me show you the setup like we got here. Okay, so it's a 5-pound collar. I'm using a Texas power bar. I have the chains loaded with it, and this is the unload section here. So about half of this, or a little more than half, is going to unload on the ground, and then on the way up it's going to reload. You'll notice how far of a span this creates. This creates a harder, you have to accelerate more. There's only this much left on the drum, so you really have to accelerate through it. Now, I'm using a 1 3/4 inch board. Okay, putting this under the shirt. Really, being an equipped lifter, working on the triceps and not killing my chest is kind of the idea. For you guys who are raw lifters, I still think board work is useful. In many respects, you guys have to consider long-term effects of just beating the heck out of your chest. Speed's also important to the training, so just because I'm an equipped lifter doesn't mean some of the principles and philosophies don't carry over to you. I think board and chains and bands are all, and even using the Titan Ram, that type of thing, is a great way to create different stimulus in your workout and be able to reduce the, I mean, I was getting pec tear after pec tear a few years ago, and it's just, being aware of that is kind of a very important thing. So, all right, gonna hopefully finish this workout in the next half hour so I can get home. And my kids start at school, so I gotta be home by 7. That concludes today's training, just after 7 o'clock. Man, tell you what, it's tough meeting the 7 o'clock target. Thought I was moving at a good pace, but still. Today was a mixed bag. I don't know if you noticed, it's mostly narrow grip. I don't ever really go after the stripes until I put the gear on, with the shirt on. I adjusted the chains part of the way through because they were hanging the whole time and not unloading, so I have to play with my configuration on the chains a little bit. I need that unload and reload effect. That's kind of the purpose of it. If it doesn't do that, then it's just swinging. And swinging bench is no fun. I could deal with it in the squat a little better, but not in the bench. So tomorrow's a big day for me. I'm trying to get myself back on the tracks in the squat. Last week I had pretty much the worst workout I've had in a decade. Which it wasn't that horrible, but it wasn't anywhere near good. Doing low boxes. So gonna have a focus on that. I'm gonna try to get some deadlift work in. Today's workout, I did the triples off the board, and then I actually did a little bit of shoulder, a little bit of arms as accessory work after done videoing. So that was a nice little bit of work. Where we're at, we're at 9 weeks out. I'm still not invited to compete at the IPF Open World. Still an alternate, so I still have no meet. I would be lifting November 8th in Denver, Colorado at the IPF Open World if I am invited to come as an alternate. So yeah, I am training for that imaginary date because right now it's not a real event for me. The U.S. team has a really solid team this year, which is always great to hear when we're home and we have the World Championships on home soil. You want to be able to have your best performance, and it looks like this is one of those years. Russia, Ukraine are obviously the annual favorites. Ukraine won last year, so Russia's probably gnawing at the bit on that one. So they're always a very strong rivalry, and Ukraine just had a better team than last year in Norway. The plan right now is I'm going to be doing looking at 2-3 week cycles, mixing it up every 2 to 3 weeks. I'm probably not going to look at the gear until mid-September. It's tough to be throwing gear on when you're not locked in the meet, and I actually think it's going to help me. I'm going to be wearing the suit bottoms for purposes of my hip injury, but I think it's going to be nice just being able to do 3-4 week programs. Every 3-4 weeks I change it up is what I'm talking about. Right now I'm doing box squats and just mixing it up every 3 to 4 weeks. Keep things fresh and not be peaking out. And then if I'm confirmed by mid-September, or if I have a better idea mid-September, then it'll be a little easier to be getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning and throwing a squat suit and knee wraps on. I'll tell you what, if I think the deadline is October 2nd or 3rd. I could be added to the world team as late as October 2nd and 3rd. So just because it's mid-September and I'm not on the team yet doesn't mean I'm not on the team. But of course, mid-September, when we start throwing equipment on and getting up earlier and earlier, it's going to be tough to train, not being confirmed for the event. I think I'm projecting it's going to be tough to train. So I don't know if I'm going to find an alternative event. There's not a real good alternative in USA powerlifting in that time frame. So, and it would be kind of a kick in the you know what, to train for Worlds and then go to a local meet. It's just, it would be, it'd be a letdown. So let's hope for it to happen, but I'm not hoping anyone gets hurt or anything. It's just, life happens. So that's why those alternate spots get created. You have work, you have injury, you have whatever happens, and you want to bring your best team and you want to be able to field your best team, but sometimes the national champions aren't able to go to the Worlds because of one reason or another. So I'll be here waiting, guys. So if someone drops out, I'd be thankful and appreciative of their spot, and I will do my best to represent the U.S. So, all right, guys. I'll see you on tomorrow. We're going to do some box squats, and hopefully I'm not going to darn near kill the spotter. Take care. Have a good day. Bye.